Hello, everybody, and next week I will be doing a video on heirloom seeds and the serious problem that could happen with those seeds. Now, today I want to talk about what everybody else is talking about on the news. Could we go to war with Iran? Oh, God, I hope not. I really hope not. But at the same time, I have to look at it and say, what's happening is an accumulation of previous people in charge who have done nothing. You don't put your men in harm's way and then let somebody attack them and kill them and do nothing. And that seems to be what's done a lot. A poor servicemen go in, they do what they're told, they end up dead, and the people who kill them, nothing happens to them. And why do we go in if we're so afraid of the other side and their retaliation or what they might do to us? Then don't go, period. Get them out. If you're not going to protect them, then what do you got them there for? That's just my opinion, and I'm just a woman, and I will say, please, everybody who believes in the power of prayer, please pray for our servicemen. They need it. They need some protection and they need some help. Am I for war? No, I don't like wars. I don't. I surely don't. But at the same time, I look at all the men who have been injured, come home, they have no legs, no arms, no eyes, half their face is missing. The years that they have to go through of rehabilitation and everything they go through, and we stand back and say, oh, we don't want to cause conflict. We already have conflict. It's already there. Like I said, if you're not going to do anything and you're just going to let the people who keep killing our people and storming our embassies, storm them and kill, then get out. Don't be there. You shouldn't have been there in the first place. But that's what happens. We end up with far too many people that sit in the government that do absolutely nothing except put our men in harm's way. And then they don't seek to get rid of those who harmed them. I'm sick of it myself personally. I am. You either go in, do the job, get it done, and get it over with. I remember hearing somebody once say just flatten them and get rid of them to begin with. I don't know. That would kill an awful lot of innocent people, and I don't want that either. But we can't just keep doing nothing. We can't. When I watched the news and I saw what they were doing at an embassy, the first thing that crossed my mind is, oh my God, are they going to do the same thing that they did before? Are they going to storm inside and kill everybody in there? Thank God it didn't happen that way. But that's the kind of government we have today. Do nothing government that sits around and watches our men be killed, watch them come home maimed, and their lives destroyed, and they do nothing. What? Because they're scared? They're afraid of the retaliation of what might happen? Then don't be there to begin with. If you think that someone's bigger and badder and worse than you are, or can beat your butt, don't start the fight to begin with. Don't get involved. But, I think that they're more against it because of who's in the office than anything else. I think if it had been any other president, they would have been hailing cheers all over the streets. Oh, it would have been this wonderful, awesome thing that was done if it had been someone else who had done it. It just took him bold enough to do it, that's all. I'm glad that it's over with and he did it. It means one less person. Yes, I know there's some that say, well, they're just going to rise up and they'll find a replacement. Of course they do. That's what happens. We need to get rid of that next replacement and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it if we're going to stay involved. If not, then get out and let it go. We can't just do nothing and just let them keep doing whatever they want. I think that what we've done in the past has emboldened them and helped them. My gosh, giving $1 billion on a pallet and all that cash and letting them get themselves built up to use and do what they've done with it is disgraceful. It's a disgrace to this country. Why would you give the enemy who stands and says that you're Satan money? It just doesn't make sense to me. Would you give your neighbor $1 billion if they were your enemy? And every day they called you Satan? I don't think so. Average logical person wouldn't. I'm disgusted by it all. And I hope it doesn't end up in war. I do hope it doesn't. Hey, they're talking about them hacking our power grid, that they have that capability. Oh, great. That concerns me. Tell you something else that concerns me. I don't know if you guys have paid attention and seen it. They haven't said much about it on the news. It's been running across the bottom about locusts that are destroying crops. That's right. It's the worst locusts that they've seen in 70 years. Now you combine this with what's going on in Australia, and then these locusts are in Africa, Somalia. It destroys all their food crop. Now, some of you may know what crop it is it destroyed. I really didn't catch what it was because they're really not talking about it. But that's more hungry people. And it seems we don't have enough food to really go around as it is. And so you have to ask your question now. How many more people are going to starve or have a famine because the locusts have eaten all their crops up? And by the way, bet you anything those were heirloom seeds that they planted. I doubt that it was hybrids. And they may have lost all the heirloom seed they had to locusts. But I'm going to get into more about heirloom seeds and give you some heads up on something that a lot of you may not know. Some of you may know. Some of you may. But to give you a heads up so that you can think about it and do something to maybe help protect yourself. I don't know that you can. I'm going to be honest. But I got a lot of smart viewers out there, and they may think of something that they can do to help protect themselves against it. But like I said, please pray and keep praying for our soldiers. They're doing what they were called to do, their duty. And it's not their fault. And pray for God's protection to bring them home safe and whole to their families. We really, really need to be praying very hard for them and their families, because I'm sure there are many of them out there that have just their guts just tore up about their sons being over there and what's going to happen next and what kind of retaliation is going to take place. And they're scared for their own children and their own children's safety. Wives scared that their husbands may not come home, and they may be widowers or widows, or should say that with children to raise by themselves. That's not a pretty thing. War is an ugly thing. Keep praying. And God bless you guys, and have a very, very blessed day.